What does a just and equitable future look like for Black children and families? Black children deserve to live in a world in which they are free to develop to their full potential. Our world is at its best when we all collectively make every effort imaginable to sustain our societies, such that we experience the best Black children have to offer at all times. At National Black Child Development Institute, we are excited about the future we aspire to see created and welcome the challenge to free our world of injustices and inequities that keep us from our new reality. So what does that look like? What does a just future look like for Black children? We see it as a world where every Black child is born at a healthy weight, attends a school that affirms and expands them, enjoys meats and vegetables, hangs out on a safe and appropriate internet, has books and toys that reflect who they are and can be, breathes clean air and drinks clean water, is seen as a child, lives and plays in a safe community. These outcomes are what motivates the work of NBCDI, and today we share with you our future operating model that will illustrate how we plan to enable a world free to experience the strengths Black children have to offer. We see these visions as the possibilities, and we acknowledge that while we affirm our Black families and children to experience these visions, there currently exist a number of stubborn racist systems and constructs that we, as an organization, arm in arm with our partners, affiliates, villages, mutual mission entities will need to dismantle. It is possible that every Black child can be born at a healthy weight. To free this possibility, we must eliminate maternal and infant health racial disparities. This will create a new reality of health systems and practices that take care of birthing parents and their children. It is possible for every Black child to attend a school that affirms and expands them. To make room for this possibility, we must dismantle racial inequities in childcare. This will create a new reality of educational experiences that are culturally relevant and restorative. It is possible that every Black child will enjoy nutrient-rich meals with vegetables. For this, we eliminate healthy food insecurity. This creates a new reality of fresh and inclusive food options that honor the culture of each child. It is possible that every Black child has access and hangs out on a safe and appropriate internet. For this to occur, we must combat online racism, cyberbullying, and social media overuse. This will occur with a new reality of online protections that keep children exploring the vast, wondrous digital world without being exploited or taken advantage of. Every Black child can have books and toys that reflect who they are and can be. For this possibility, we must eliminate school policies that ban culturally relevant materials. This is made possible through a new reality of positive self-identity. It is possible that every Black child breathes clean air and drinks clean water. To make room for this, we must illuminate environmental health disparities in air and water. This is made possible as we work to create a healthy, sustainable climate. We envision a world where every Black child is seen as a child. For this to occur, we must illuminate the dehumanization of Black children that is common in media and beyond, and create a new reality of healthy media narratives for Black children. We look forward to a world where every Black child lives and plays in a safe community. This possibility is prohibited when we have harsh practices in policing and school, community practices. This new reality is enabled when we can ensure protective and valued communities for Black children. While these possibilities are inspiring and these disparities are daunting, we might ask ourselves, How will we shift these problems to possibilities? That is the work of the National Black Child Development Institute. NBCDI will stand in the gap for Black children through a commitment to deliver on its purpose. We have recently articulated and declared a purpose stated as follows: to mobilize communities and ignite movements on the strength of Black excellence, boldly advocating for equity and a just future for Black children and families. Taking a closer look, you will see that there are 4 critical elements of this purpose that best describe our work: mobilize communities, ignite movements on the strength of Black excellence, boldly advocating. These critical elements are what we are committed to do. Let's now share what we want to see once we've done it. NBCDI recently articulated a new strategic plan that is framed around a series of 10 Think Big vision snapshots that we aspire to see by the year 2026. These vision snapshots include preeminent advocacy and thought leadership, distinguished research and publications, equity advancing public policy and legislative agenda, highly regarded brand and reputation, investive fund development, strong activated affiliates, collaborative partnerships, world-class conference and convenings, compelling programming, organizational excellence. In our work, as we work towards these visions as outcomes, we can envision a new operating model required to enable the possibilities we have targeted for Black children and families. This will come from knowing these possibilities of future visions and the systemic racism that prevents their likelihood. Let's take a look at how we will bring this work to these outcomes. As an organization, we are aware of the problems. Our organization is fueled by investive fund development and organizational excellence. In other words, the level of resources we are able to apply to our work will directly affect our ability to have influence on these systems. And how well we perform as an organization will determine how effective and efficiently we impact the challenges we're up against. To dismantle the problem, you have to know the problem. This begins with distinguished research and publications, authored and advocated by our leadership, partners, and researchers. Once this research has been framed and positioned, we will boldly advocate, and preeminent advocacy and thought leadership build on the foundation of our research. This will position us for equity advancing public policy and legislative agenda that we then feed our communication infrastructure through carefully constructed communication strategies and plans. This communication has clear advocacy messages with intentional and targeted stakeholders, thoughtful timing and frequency, and a clear call to action. These are driven through email communications, social media, PR, and media placements on panel and as speakers. These communications are shared with intention through our collaborative partnerships. They are also activated through compelling programming. These communications will also require and build our highly regarded brand and reputation. These elements combined with a world-class conference and convenings give us a platform to mobilize communities. It is imperative that our communities are localized geographically, that are charged with harmoniously echoing the messages through our villages. These villages are convenings of our stakeholders at the community level and include affiliates, ambassadors, followers, community work groups, member organizations, elders, board members, legislators, and parents. All of these voices in unison allow us to ignite movements that dismantle these problems and make way for possibilities that can occur on the strength of Black excellence. This is the work of NBCDI. We enthusiastically embrace the opportunity to do this work and make good on the promise of Black children to create a just and equitable future for them.